differences in the survivability differential between the teams. No one is also sticking it to a mid so far.
Yeah, very hot start. 18-5 against the 13-2. So and that's where these extra waves coming in towards him. So a good wave or so lead against that of the CS of Yopaj so far.
Going with also an interesting build, not playing bottle. Goes to the bracer and then going straight into the treads, feeling like it isn't needed against the Tiny. He can just buy the bracer and abuse the regen. I haven't seen this done on Slaughter mid at all.
Okay.
So it's an interesting read on the situation.
Yeah.
Let's see if he has mana problems, because Slaughter's a hero that does use quite a bit of mana to play for mid, to push these waves in with the crush. So you actually have the chance to rotate without pushing the wave. It's very difficult to move elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, maybe do you think it's because he feels that he can't necessarily threaten a kill against the Tiny, so he's not too fussed about having the mana to spam at him?
I think it's probably a Coddle adjustment. Feeling like with the Coddle, his Centaur is never going to get mana from it, right? It's pretty useless, so he's going to be the one getting amped up and thinking, okay, maybe with the Coddle on my team, I can greed a little bit. I can go for this build. It makes me a little bit stronger in these fights early.
Side lane, CS does seem to be a similar, maybe even a worse story for DM so far in this game too, as opposed to the lane in game one. He's feels even rougher of a time. Only 11 last hits here against the 27 and 8 of Natsumi on these first 4.5 minutes. It's not been easy times for them on the offlane, and again, it sort of draws me back to why do you think they did let OG get this Gyro Chen lane that OG played kind of perfectly? Like, it seems like you're going to just have a bad time regardless of what you're playing against it on the offlane because of how well OG can control this sort of safe lane with the Gyro Chen.
It is very odd, genuinely, and I don't necessarily understand why. We saw they banned a Queen for their potential Slaughter, but the Slaughter was flexed until that last pick, so you definitely had the option to ban it, and it is a very pivotal hero for OG. We'll see if they actually have answers for it this game, if the Kez is sufficient, or if flown a little too close to the sun, got a little cocky, and they're going to pay for it.
Because I feel one thing to note as well, I mean, maybe I'm missing the interaction completely, but isn't Shadow Demon pretty good against Kez? Because if you get the shard online, you have that cleanse that you're able to put on whoever the Kez is going on, and a large bit of the Kez's damage does come out from these kind of all this stuff that he's putting on you that's proccing these bashes and crits. Bottom lane, we're going to see the Kez get just dove and dunked here by Nico. They'll be able to dive for Ducalis as well. And again, this is the move we talked about earlier, right? You've got to be prepared for this from OG. They do it every time. They get away with it a lot, making use of these early twin gate plays and punishing you hard. I mean, getting this double kill like that into the safe lane, whilst of course on the other side of the map, OG's own safe lane is having a dream time. That hurts.
And I totally agree, and I think that you see the Coddle TP down here now to try to defend some, but it's a Coddle. Okay, well, that was a bit silly for Nico.
Yeah, he hung around a little too long and a little too low there.
Yeah, that was a little silly. But you can see the difference in support heroes. OG is picking sort of the meta, strong, laning, early game, just boss hero. Shadow Demon Chen, it's hard to go wrong with those two. PARIVISION, they're getting a little spicy with 9-class heroes. He's known for that, but Coddle, the hero is just an absolute bot in that early game. So off of that kill, though, and getting some of that wave XP, he will get his 6 very quickly, but it's another matter of, sure, Coddle, he's got a lot of XP, but his Centaur only has the Helm, not even close to Dom yet, and Gyrocopter has a full free game.
Natsumi wants to try and contest it for the Wisdom. Has the cooldown coming in onto DM. Over to the side. No one trying to chase the Chen out. DM, can he survive against these two? He's getting very, very low. Ducalis also trying to frontline here against the Rocket Barrage. It's not going too great for Ducalis, though, as he goes down.
Oh,
you didn't the Wisdom! What? Okay, I mean, he wanted to go for the kill. What is he doing? He could have... He had the Wisdom there, Natsumi, and he said, no, we had this problem yesterday, right, with XG. Something about these 7-minute Wisdoms. Sometimes teams in positions where they just got it decide they don't want it, Quinn. What's going on?
What just happened? Is it a mind virus or something in the water? What just happened?
Because I mean, understandably, right? Obviously, in that situation, I guess Natsumi, he really wanted to try and help out and get the kill, and also maybe get away from the backup that was coming in, but he just had to stay there for like 0.1 more seconds, and he had the Wisdom.
It was so little time, like so little time. That was crazy. And a huge swing in the way of PARIVISION. His top lane was going horrendous, but no one gets so much off of it. Gets a couple of kills. Coddle on his way to level 7 at this point.
Oh, yeah. After that.
Ooh, Nico. Woo-wee, run, brother.
Easy dodge.
Soldiers
Moves.
Smoke out now from PARIVISION. Ducalis and no one. Ready to get the ball rolling.
This move should be relatively obvious, though. But apparently it's not.
And Nico is going to be walking into this. Anything Tims can do to help out. Good disruption. Fast down the blood grenade. Now backup's coming. Pudge, he's zooming in here with a haste rune. Toss to take him away from Nico. Nice defensive move there from Pudge. Keeps Nico safe. They can run away.
That was so high skill from Tims. The way he walks in, disrupts, and immediately turns and walks away. Like, it was the perfect thing. He knows he needs to dodge the blast. Waste that solar bind timing. That was really well played from OG. I'm shocked that no one died there.
Middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
He's going to go for the Death on Satanics, though.
Okay.
Saying to Ame, nah, you got the wrong read on this hero. He needs to be aggressive. He needs to be joining those fights. Maybe he's just sick of last game with the Midas and the Raid.
He's had enough hitting the creeps.
He's like, let me play, guys. I'm buying a Desto. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to be a part of this game.
And I can respect that, because I feel like a lot of these situations we've seen in the matchups against OG, when you decide to play the farm game against their Gyro, the Gyro normally comes out on top. Bottom lane, Satanic nearly finding himself a nice little solo kill there against Tims. Won't have quite enough as Tims is able to walk away. But yeah, I think this sort of very much speaks to how much PARIVISION want to play this out a lot different to how they tried to go down the game 1 route.
Definitely. And Nico was in base, TP's mid. Doesn't have any points in the call, but he does have Blade Mail. He's super farm, top net worth.
They're going to try and go back towards him, but as soon as the Blade Mail's off, they don't want to chase up into the high ground. Towards him, they will manage to secure the rune for themselves. Pick up that shield rune on no one.
They're beating on Dire's top
OG is definitely just going to have to farm this game. It's not as easy for them to make kills happen. They've got the Stampede. Now, Tsukumi forces out. He is continuing to farm with this top lane, but it's a much more even early game. OG not getting that natural pressure they had last game.
Nico trying to dive in for... Sorry, Nightclass trying to dive in for Tims. Nico's there to keep him safe. A lot of pressure coming in from PARIVISION around this tier 1 tower, though. 4 heroes here.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
I don't know if I see them defending this.
Is under attack. Dire's Snow fortified their structures.
Pudge is getting closer to the blink, and he's putting pressure on the mid tower in the meantime, spamming those tosses, doing a lot of damage. The tower may even go down potentially.
Dire's
OG, they...
tower is under attack.
Well, Nico and Tims trying to force PARIVISION back a little bit.
Dire's bottom
Won't be able to stop them taking the tower.
It's a good read, though. I think it's great that they don't fight this. I think it would have gone very badly. This Coddle is sort of at his peak right now. You don't want to overextend into that. Rock also online. Warlock, he's eating his book. So
okay, he's ready to go then. They got the smoke, they do. They're ready to smoke up here, probably PARIVISION.
And the blink is flying. He wants to use this, wants to get involved. Once you have that 6 on Warlock, it feels really bad if you're sitting around and doing anything. Here was so much about using that ultimate off cooldown, and right now, he ate the book a while ago, and they've not gotten
they didn't immediately go for the smoke plate. They sort of split up. I mean, as you said, surely no one wants to go with this blink reveal.
Yeah, this is a bit surprising. I guess they're playing for the rune, but they don't even have a bottle. It's not like the rune matters that much.
No, but no one's just going to show himself mid, so this blink's not going to come as a surprise.
DM even walking mid.
And it's just an invis rune, so not really a crazy one to make a move with. Now they'll probably go for the smoke, but you've got to imagine, right, OG's going to be expecting this, right?
I would have to think so. You can see Pudge, he's blocking the mid wave. He's going to toss it and throw a tree at it. Nico running off to the side. They definitely know something's coming. Will they catch Nico anyway, though?
Now looks like they might. Nico, he's getting tempted to finish off the wave. And it's almost certainly going to cost him his life. We'll get the blade mail off. Doesn't matter. They can kill him through it. But whilst it did seem that overall OG were sort of aware someone was going down, Nico, he sort of pushed his luck a little too far. Stuck around for a wave too long. Pays the price.
You can see PARIVISION really focusing, putting pressure on this triangle, not letting them get the stacks up, not letting them play SD Dota.
They might get a good wraparound onto Pudge here. They'll use the Stampede for this one. Pudge will turn, get the avalanche off, but no one's still able to jump over, get the crush on towards him. Couple little mistakes there from OG, immediately getting punished by that move. I mean, I guess there's one thing, you know,
Radiant's top tower has
not sort of reading the move that they were coming for you on that bottom lane, but maybe Pudge should have been able to sense that they would have likely swung back over to the mid. He was pushing out a little too far.
These are not kills you want to be giving up. The big difference between this game and last game is Titanic is involved in these fights. At both of these towers they take it, both of these kills they get. He's showing up and he's having an impact. Giving DM time to recover, right? Your offlaner has no game and you're going to need to pick up some of the slack on that Kez, and he is doing that.
Yeah, so the Deso coming out to him right now, so really solid timings here across the board from PARIVISION that absolutely going to give them much better of a chance of tackling OG in these early to mid-game fights.
This smoke is bold.
See if this time they stick around and pick up the wisdom. Should be able to, because at the moment, nobody from PARIVISION is heading over for the 14 minute. They're all just going for the trade on the other side of the map.
Bottom tower needs some help.
So they will just get the 1-for-1. No fight to kick off.
The axe is definitely not that useful right now. He needs to get to that blink. Even once he gets there, he's got to be really careful about how he jumps. If you overextend against these PARIVISION heroes, you will all feed. And they've got the Stampede to reset. They've got the Rock to turn things around. They've got more tools than they did last game, and those auras are on the way, so
Dire's bottom tower is being
OG's going to need to lock in a little bit more than they had to last game.
Iceberg money.
Continue to steal the enemy triangle. This is definitely awkward for Axe and Shadow Demon. These heroes like to play around their side of the map in some ways and defend these camps, unless they're in a position where they can go super aggressive, but against Coddle, going too deep, not an option. Solar Bind will own you, so it's all about that formation, that structure. It's being broken a little bit by PARIVISION's aggressive moves.
Very much seeing the change of angle that they wanted to try here against OG in game 2 work out that much better than they tried to turn up with in game 1. On the hunt. Scamere in the jungle. And with that, should be able to look at taking the tier 1 tower top.
It is a pretty hefty rotation, though, with all 4 heroes. They don't leave anyone bottom in the meantime to hold the space, so Nico's going to run down the lane. They're going to farm elsewhere, and they will get their triangle back, so even if they get a kill, they get a tower. This is not the end of the world for OG. Natsumi farming the entire time. This is a bad kill to give up.
Nico. Cool, he'll try and run. But it's a lot of damage coming out from these two. He just gets completely destroyed over in the river. I got the column ready to drop down onto Pudge. See if he can get out here with the help of the supports, but that doesn't look like they can save him. Maybe with this toss, it gives him a bit of space. He's not getting out of this one. PARIVISION getting away with these moves. OG not really able to put a stop to them, and now PARIVISION this game too. They're the ones in position to head in for an early Roche.
And it really feels like the deciding factor in this series so far is who can be the aggressors, who can keep the pace up. Whereas this game, it feels like for OG, this Axe is the last pick Axe. But after a good lane, he feeds that 1 kill away, dies to a smoke, dies to another gank, and now go to lag. Apparently, as both teams' packet loss, it's unlucky. He has not had the same impact we saw from his Beast last game. PARIVISION in a pretty good position. They're trying to smoke for this Roche, but I think it's going to die before they get there.
Yeah, this is falling so quickly. Much more of a challenge here for OG in game 2. PARIVISION. After this Roche, there'll not really be much reason for them to slow things down, so definitely expect PARIVISION to start eyeing up the tier 2 towers.
Let the fighting recommence.
It's just illusions being sent over this way. OG not able to make the jump in time.
There he goes.
Titanic with the Aegis. Having a much better time here with the Kez. Great impact so far. Making the Deso rush pay off. No doubt about it. And we'll safely be able to finish off that BKB now during this Aegis time.
Not much good's happening to
He is going to certainly be quite the problem in these team fights. And will absolutely be that sort of component that can definitely threaten Natsumi's presence in the team fights. This is not going to be as easy for Natsumi to just turn up and do the damage. They've got great ways of focusing him and bringing him down.
They most certainly will, and they're also closing in on that Crimson Guard, and when they have that, SD does not purge that anymore, so this Gyrocopter is going to have some damage problems. It's not like last game where he's shredding through everyone. Will be considerable difference. They also have the Stampede to reset, a hero that's great against Shadow Demon. I'm surprised it went all the way to 23. We've seen this hero first phase banned a lot of times, but Paravision gets it for their last pick. Well, he had a terrible lane because he's getting griefed by his 4 heroes. Rough laning capabilities. He is on the road to recovery.
OG. See how much they try and avoid Paravision at this point of the game. Paravision very hungry to make the jump here whilst they have strong timing. OG's probably not wanting to bump heads with Paravision at any sort of point now.
Ooh, quick blink. That hit him, he was dead.
Yeah, that's the BKB done now. Satanic. Lots of timing matchups on the side of OG. We're going to be a bit of timing before the BKB is online for Natsumi.
This is very much a game of cat and mouse. As OG, the team fight right now would be disastrous and reach that point where now you have to be in full dodge mode forever. And it's very difficult to come back once you can't interact with the enemy heroes at all anymore. They're still in that space where if Paravision does overextend, they can take a fight, but they need to do it right. They need to seize the correct moment.
Paravision's super strong at this point. This is obviously one of the trade-offs when you do try and run back a winning strat from first game into second game. Now, your hand has already been shown. Means that the losing team in game 1 can very much adapt.
Are those cracks in
Paravision certainly have done that so far.
It looks like Dire fortified
with their approach.
Yeah, but the way they're clumping like this, I don't know if I agree with it. I feel like you're so much stronger. You have Aegis, you have BKB on Kez. You don't need all 5 heroes to take this tower like this. You can be setting up elsewhere. You can be using the smokes and doing multiple things at once.
I guess it's because they want the Tormentor, right?
I suppose so.
They're like, we're going to have to be in the neighborhood anyway.
But in the meantime, OG is going to farm a lot. Like, you are making a sacrifice here. You will get the Tormentor, and it's not that bad because you do get the Tormentor, but OG farm a considerable amount. So it's not all that in a bag of chips. Oh, boy.
Oh. Nice one there.
Sleep at the wheel a little bit on no one. I think he maybe could have gotten it off if he reacted very quickly.
As soon as he sort of gets that glimpse of him and just gets him at the edge of the crush, yeah.
His camera was probably placed somewhere else. He probably wasn't actually looking at his hero. You get the Yules online on Pudge now, so has more kiting tools. Amazing against the Coddle. You really want Dispels against that hero, against the Warlock. And like you said, against Kez and Slaughter, Dispels are king in this game.
They really are. Yeah, it can heavily limit the amount of damage that this Kez can get out on you because of the... It was mainly the Kazurai Katana and the Shadow Sai. These sort of 2 effects that put stuff on you that makes him hurt you more. Cut down on the 4 paragraphs of text on those spells.
Yeah, that's a happy for you, sorry that happened, but I ain't reading all that type of deal.
Pretty much. Reminds me of when you start playing Dota and you open AA's Ice Blast. I remember that was always the one that was like, my goodness, that's a lot of reading.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
It's like Skywrath Mage's Ags, I think it was, where it upgraded every spell.
Oh, and it would just have every spell.
Yeah, when you highlighted
from the bottom to top of the screen.
Yes, it was literally like entire. If your monitor wasn't big enough, you couldn't even read it all.
Yep. Bottom lane, Takalis. He's ready to open up the action with the Golem. Sit down on a Scam. OG, they will absolutely bail on Scam. They'll leave him behind. The rest of them will get out. The kill for Satanic, though. That was stacked on the Death Zone.
I think OG, compared to what this game could have looked like these past few minutes, they're very happy with this. It was 3K gold lead maybe 4 or 5 minutes ago.
Sure, they're slowing it down a little bit.
Still only the same. They're going to get to this BKB on Gyrocopter without too much feeding. It looks like they may even get to the BKB on Axe.
That's true. I mean, I think this is one of the strengths, right, of this sort of lineup from OG around a Gyro. It can play out games 2 different ways, right? It can run you over, dominate these early to mid-game fights, or if the game needs to slow down, Natsumi, he doesn't mind taking it to the 60th, 70th minute on the gyrocopter. He's ready to play for those sort of peak timings as well. So there's options for OG how to play this draft out, and I think that's one of the reasons why they'll run it back most of the times that you give them the opportunity to in the draft phase.
Also, just the way that drafting and Dota strategy has moved. You keep running your strat over and over and over again. You force the enemy to beat it. And if they can't beat it, then you ram it over and over until you win the tournament. That's how a lot of teams win tournaments these days.
No one. He's going to get a pretty good jump onto Natsumi here in the mid. Natsumi's got the back of a Yopaj, but no one's in with the BKB. Natsumi trying to stand his ground here against the Slardar.
Gotta be careful. Satanic is coming, and he's very strong.
Can PARIVISION close in on towards them? It's going to be difficult. OG do have the high ground. Go out at the front. No one is in. Doesn't find a chance to get a crush.
Oh, he wanted to jump right then.
And they're looking at Satanic.
I don't know about this from OG. It looks hard.
It's risky. I feel like you're going to lose someone here. Satanic's in with the BKB straight away over towards Yopaj. OG still watching from the side. Defensive disruption comes out from Tim's. No one turns straight towards Tim's, though. He's gone. And Yopaj will fall as well. Tim's indeed coming in with a buyback. I don't think they wanted to fight just then, and I can only imagine they don't want to fight now after how rough that sort of move when they were. Felt like they were playing with fire there, Quinn, when they didn't really need to.
I completely agree, and it looks so difficult for OG to take these fights. PARIVISION is kind of just walking at them, and they're dancing, kiting, trying to find an opening, but they just can't find it. And this Axe, without the BKB, if he jumps in and Blade Mail calls, he is instantly dead. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Aura build without the Blink this game. As Tiny's already got the Blink, it feels like they need the perfect jump. They need to burst heroes, but Axe Tiny, when you go for these builds, they overlap quite a bit. You're playing against the Warlock counter initiation, the Coddle heals, Crimson, the Stampede, so many defensive tools from PARIVISION. They've really adjusted well with their draft and with their items against what OG had. Like you said, that is the downfall of running it all straight back. The enemy can adjust.
Really are. 7K lead here for PARIVISION. Looking so much better here in game 2. And again, just Kez, Satanic on the Kez this game. It's really fit what they want to play here against OG. And these kills might continue to roll in. They find Yopaj out on the top lane. They've got the Stampede. Try and protect himself with the Ghost, but they got ways to go through it. Yopaj will not be saved. Another pick-off here from PARIVISION, which is leading them closer and closer towards really putting that pressure on to take this game to the next step. Roshan is up. PARIVISION, they can head back, look towards the pit. And if you're OG, you've probably got to take some sort of time to seriously decide, do you want to try and put everything into the Roche fight, or do you just want to split on the map, try and get this farm up, try and get ready to scale for the high ground defense? You know, which way are you looking?
It's a tough decision either way. Defending against a dataless Aegis Kez coming for your base is a tall order, but fighting this Roche might look like Andre the Giant as, I don't know. I think they have to. I think there's just no way. Axe doesn't have BKB yet. He can't do anything in these fights. But you just question, even with the BKB, is that enough? I have my doubts.
And they're just going to let this one go. PARIVISION getting the Roshan. Carlos teasing around with the golems just in case someone did appear out of nowhere and try and go for a jump steal, but it's not the case. OG nowhere to be found right now as the Roshan falls into the hands of Satanic, and they are ready to maybe look towards going for that high ground.
Why the heck does no one have a Mystic Staff? But he has Nullifier queued up. But even if he was buying Ags, why would he buy Mystic Staff first and then also keep it in his stash?
Bro, that's the... You were confusing the heck out of me. That's not a Mystic Staff. Mystic Staff's the 2700
Oh, sorry. Staff of Wizardry.
Oh, no, wait. He's got a Mystic Staff. That's an expensive one.
Sorry,
Staff of Wizardry. That's a bit more understandable. It's less of a commitment.
It's like the same thing.
But yes, indeed, why does he have a Staff of Wizardry?
I don't know. It's a genuine question.
Well, he's probably just getting Axe, right?
But yeah, like, why that one first?
Well, because he hasn't got bottles, so he needs more mana.
He's not using it in his inventory.
He's going to give... Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
When Owen doesn't even have a theory, then you know it's crazy.
Maybe it's one of those misclicks and he forgot that he bought it and it's just sat there in his stash. You know, sometimes you open the shop, you click around, and then 5 minutes later, you're like, my goodness, I accidentally bought a Star for Wizardry. And it's happened. But
Happens to the best of us.
probably going to be the Ags. Unless he wants a Yule Scepter as well for some crazy moves. You know, we do see these mids, right? Tinies go for Blink Yules kind of builds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like it, but maybe he's doing it.
We'll see. We'll see. As it goes for some of their other heroes, we got 9 class going to start working on his Aghanims. Daedalus is now online over on OG for Natsumi. So again, you know, he's ready to build up to be that big bad carry on the high ground defense, dishing that damage as the game goes on, and maybe sort of give second thoughts to PARIVISION on how PARIVISION want to approach this high ground siege.
Definitely think it's the right choice. You need enough damage. You're the main source.
Yeah.
And look at Tim's net worth. He is on welfare right now.
Yeah.
Only the shard and arcane boots. That's it. He is all in his gyrocopter. I will press shard on you.
Yep.
You shoot them, and I hope they die. Because if they don't, we're gonna have some problems.
And it's not terrible strat. You know, Natsu is a stay on his gyro. He can absolutely win these sort of games. He absolutely can. You know, despite the fact that PARIVISION have this lead, it's necessarily a walk in the park to close this one down against OG. They're still cautious the steps they take here to progress.
Raven's Veil.
Oh, Satanic. What is that?
No.
There's the setup for the bash. Natsumi's got anything to do against this. He does not. Like Kez just eats him up.
That is not a good sign, OG. That was your knight in shining armor, fearless leader who is now dead.
He's dead. Yeah, nearly a minute without their gyro. Is that enough for PARIVISION to push for the high ground? Do they care about pushing for the high ground? Are they happy to just sort of work towards these next big items?
I think they may just keep killing them for now. They're playing against the Blade Mail Call and the toss back, so they need to be a little bit careful, but as I say, the Satanic TP's over and it looks like it's go time.
Let's have a look in.
Someone better help Dyer's
Just for the tier 3. Okay. The call off is a solid call. It's a lot of damage, but not enough to kill off the Kez the one time. The Satanic's fine. He's ready to start jumping in. Tims get off a defensive disruption on himself. Yo, Pudge with the toss back, but DM has the Stampede ready to go.
Good stalling. Very good stalling.
We'll be able to destroy the banner and have indeed made time here for Natsumi to come back into the game. Next time round, though, DM will have further options for the save as the Ags for the Centaur is done.
That is a very big pickup. When OGs are relying on this burst, they've got 2 jumpers. Need to kill you in a short amount of time. Suddenly, there's an Ags cart in there. That is not what Seb and No-Tail want to see. I can tell you that.
Let's have a look. PARIVISION really have sort of played this sort of section of the game very carefully. They're making sure not to make some of the mistakes, because obviously one of the reasons why the last game did start to hurt real bad because of the mistakes they were making. No one able to solo the Tormentor, secure that shard for DM. At the same time,
the TP to base is not here.
Nico's going to get a call off on a Satanic to start off the action. DM is going to run in here with the cart, pick up the Warlock, keep him safe. Satanic trying to focus Natsumi. They'll get the Raptor dance off. Nico, he's maybe thinking about going for another jump. Get the Battle Hunt going to
out. No
Satanic.
BKB.
The continue to retreat here, Satanic. Can Nico get the jump? He can. With the blink call, but the rest of the team get caught by a Who-Stomp on the backlines from DM. Doesn't matter. OG, they turn, kill DM off instead. OG getting out on the map, and they find themselves a little bit of something into a lineup that did have that Aegis, and they might not even be done yet. Yopaj tries to get the toss back.
Abba. Okay.
Doesn't go for it blind into the trees, so won't catch the Warlock, but sort of moves like this, you know, from OG that do go to show they might be 10k behind, but they will still find these little ways to get in, take a fight into a lineup that had the Aegis at the start of it all, and still give them a little bit of a shake-up.
Natsumi with a really cool item adjustment. Buys just a casual talisman against the Kez. Now Kez is going to go back for the MKB, right? Thinking Gyro's going to buy Butterfly, but he's not buying the Butterfly. He's going to buy the Satanic and maybe even sell the Talisman once the MKB comes out. So a little trickery with the item build, squeezing every little bit out that he can.
And I think by the looks of it, you're talking about efficiency. There was a little bit of efficiency loss because I think no one in the end
sold it.
He did indeed just end up selling it. I'm telling you, I think he accidentally bought it. Sometimes you open the shop, you click around, and then you just end up with items in your stash.
But don't you hear it go ching?
Yeah, there's so many noises going on.
Maybe he did it.
It happens. Sometimes you accidentally pick something up, you know. But indeed, the Staff of Wizardry, no longer in his hands. He sold that. And
does hurt a little bit.
Another fire.
Minus
500 gold.
Minus 500.
Yep.
And then the DM kill suddenly went from, 12k, 13k down to 10. It matters. It matters. Natsumi is closing in slowly but surely on the Satanic. Just a Reaver left. And when he sells the Talisman, he'll be pretty close. Also nearing the Shivas on Pudge. That's a big item. Super good against the Kez.
Okay.
Great against all the heals from PARIVISION. That is a massive item. Probably the biggest item they could possibly buy.
I mean, because how would you sort of, what's more impressive at the moment? Is it looking at the PARIVISION are keeping their cool, growing the lead, or is it that OG are holding on and sort of setting up the game in a way that PARIVISION haven't really been able to push for anything on the high ground, which is, who's getting more concerned at this point?
I think PARIVISION should have the game in a better state, genuinely. I think with how difficult it was for OG to fight for so long, the fact that OG isn't completely out, right? You can see waves back into this game. We saw in the last fight, it was not that one-sided. Even down 11k, I think is very impressive from OG. And I think for PARIVISION, reason? He did disconnect. So yeah, that's a reason. That's probably the reason.
That's the reason in itself. Yeah.
They have finished the Shivas. Nico has become a support. Skem is the new core now. Says, step aside, buddy.
Yep.
I played core before and I'm back to core. I'll show you how it's done.
Absolutely. Skem does have the tendency to get a lot of farm on his Chen. And getting these, looking to get these auras. So the Vlads and then into picking up the Crimson for the team.
The Vlads is huge. Vlads, and then plus this Satanic is going to be a very big deal. Satanic has committed for the MKB. So a little bit less than ideal. Won't have the Satanic now. So if he does get kited and gets low during this initial BKB, Gyro can out-sustain him with the Satanic. That is a fight condition that OG absolutely have.
Some super aggressive build, right? Yeah. So Daedalus MKB.
It is the I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I like to see. I love to see this sort of aggression, but it is risky. It is indeed risky.
And it's also like, did he need more damage? Oh, like, Talisman was too powerful. Maybe he comes to regret it. They finish the Satanic now. Keeps the Talisman. Sells the Falcon Blade. Fair enough.
There we go. OG. Not afraid to make a move here out on the map. 11k down. They don't mind. Oh. You gotta be careful with it. You don't want your carry just DCing out in the middle of a fight. That could get a little bit rough.
No.
Hopefully they're able to sort out whatever problem they do have before action actually kicks off. Otherwise, that would be quite unfortunate.
It's weird that it's just him. I don't know if it's a PC problem or what. I'm not an IT guy.
And maybe get those switch out a wire or something out the back of the PC. Something's not working. Not liking it. As everyone else, as we can see on OG, is fine. They're still in.
Yeah.
No connection issues from them. This sort of move. If you're PARIVISION, what's going on here? Are you expecting that OG is going to be coming out of the base or could be coming out of the base at this sort of time? When you look at the lanes?
It sure looks like it.
Yep.
All three lanes, well, not all three. Mid and bottom are pushed in pretty far. And this top lane, no one is currently killing, right? They're all bunched up here on this hill together. And OG, if you run up into this triangle, this fight is most likely going to go horrible for you.
I guess that's the question. Do you think they will? Will they go as far as to do that with the smoke, OG?
I sure hope not. I think it's going to be a complete disaster if they run up this hill. There will be buybacks. You're going to run into this newly purchased Blinky Light on this hill. and they can cut your BKBs with ease, and then you're going to pay the price after. So I would heavily advise do not run up that hill.
Yeah, just sort of what, hover on your side and see if it's actually Paravision that first sort of steps out into the river as such.
You can also just ignore this top side entirely. You can control your triangle. As I guess they don't know Roche is up right now.
I was going to say, what happened to a good old-fashioned smoke into Roche rather than smoke into getting a kill first? Is he just always way too risky to sort of just go for that play off the back of a smoke, just to brute force the Roshan without kind of setting up, you know, some sort of favorable action on the map first?
I think it depends on what level of desperate you are. I don't think they're quite that desperate yet.
To just run a
Because if you do it
yeah,
and they find you, you're all dead and the game's over. So it is a very much, we get the Aegis, cool, or the game's instantly over. It's quite the gamble. Like the game choice equivalent of a rapier. Hopefully, maybe we'll see one of those. Although Natsumi might have some PTSD with the rapier.
True. But this could indeed be kind of setting out to be a game where that might be required on the Gyro.
It's a good rapier game.
It is.
He's got a Satanic. He's got a Vlad's.
Yep.
The supports die very quickly. Kez is going to man fight him. There's not that many disables from Paravision.
Heavy discussions going on here.
Yeah, he is straight up giving an essay. We've got some calming music as well.
Are you good with the lip reading?
Well, he's speaking Russian, so I don't think it would help much.
Well, I thought Paravision chose to speak English though for the comp.
Yeah, but I think that was with Astini. I would assume with Puppy they probably
No, because their whole idea was they spoke English because then they would be less likely to kind of overuse words. Like it would help them lock in on the Dota.
From what I've heard, they switched back and forth.
Okay. Yeah.
Like even while Astini was there was a period where they switched back to Russian, they switched back to English. I could be wrong.
Then we can't lip read that. Yeah. I'm not that. Yeah, I kind of barely speak English. Here we go. Back in. Let's see where they go with this. OG.
And they are. It looks like they're gonna. Oh no.
How far do they go for this? They're doing it here. They're going up to the high ground. Ooh, and they will catch the avalanche on the DM first. Gosh, he's going to get dropped down on a Yopaj. He's immediately dead. Now they turn over towards Natsumi. They get the BKB off. They deal here with the ball of light, the Will-O-Wisp. They'll back away from it for now. OG though, Tim's caught by the crush of no one.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't want to do that, but they did go and do that, Quinn.
That was only going to go one way.
Yeah.
You cannot run up into the triangle like that.
So much time to think about it with that pause, but they still went and did it, Quinn.
Man, I saw them walking up. I was like, I hope they prove me wrong, and they did not prove me wrong. That just is not going to work. It's never going to work. You can't be running up that hill.
No, that was not the move. Not the move. And yeah, we'll see it again. Always a risk, as you say, trying to make this sort of play. Maybe they underestimated sort of the fact that they were kind of 11k behind in items and such. Didn't maybe expect this Ags to come out as it did from 9 class, but either way, a big risk that does not pay off for OG, nearly sort of doubling that net worth deficit they were at before they made that move.
Maybe they watched the new Stranger Things season, inspired by Kate Bush to go running up that hill, but
yeah,
not the time or the place for it.
No, not at all. That is painful misplay there from OG.
Yeah, that is going to cost them. It went from
10k to like nearly 20k now.
Yeah. That's the old double Ruski. That's a rough one. You do not like the net worth to get doubled.
No, not within literally a matter of a minute. The items after that are going to flurry out for Paravision. We've got the Aghanims here for no one. And getting very close towards Satanic being able to pick up his next one if he'll start working on the Swift Blink or the Satanic. And that high ground push is going to be coming in soon. We'll see if OG fares a little bit better on the defensive, because on the offensive, it did not work out.
I think down 20k in their base, they're way stronger than they are on that hill. Down 10k.
He tried to get the top back play. I'll still get it off the DM. DM's going to get the BKB off, gets the hoost drop off onto the two of them. Nico will be able to step forward, get the call on towards DM. Satanic trying to move it on to Natsumi. They'll turn back over towards the Tiny instead. They've got the control onto Yopaj, but the heals are coming out. Can they bail Yopaj out of this one? No. He still falls. No one is Satanic. Back it onto Tim's. The buyback will come out from Tim's, but Pudge, he's out for a minute and does not have the money for buyback.
Ooh. It was a good attempt. Got a little bit unlucky there. 20k gold is not easy to surmount.
No one straight back in. Towards Natsumi. Satanic coming in as well. Nico's got the call off, then they've got the control. They'll be able to take through the Aegis, but Nico dies for his efforts. He has got buyback available on the Axe. BKB's popped here by Natsumi. Tim's. Hold back Satanic momentarily. PARIVISION, they're happy to turn their efforts over towards the tier 3 instead. No one trying to get him with the dive. Over towards Natsumi. So we'll back off, continue to focus their efforts on towards the objectives. They take the tier 3 down. Rax starting to fall. Natsumi having to be careful how close he gets. He's going to get caught by the jump. No one in DM in on top of him. Disruption will come out. They didn't quite finish the melee racks here. So OG might just be able to keep the melee racks alive. The golem will not finish it off. The melee racks will survive.
Deny it. Deny it.
No, don't deny it. Don't do that. It's got regen. 5 regen. You know, you can't forget that. You give it like 2 hours and it'll be full HP.
It's not 2 hours. Wait, so
Well, do the maths.
Yeah, I'm running.
5 HP, 2200. So 2200 divided by 5. That's easy. It's 440. So it takes 440 seconds. How many minutes is that?
That is what?
7 minutes and 20 seconds. Quick maths quick. Don't worry, you'll catch up one day.
I'm American. You can't blame me. It's in my blood. And a mass little W.
Which it's not that bad. So honestly, you know, when you keep the racks alive like that, you know, realistically, when's the next push going to come in? Probably not for at least a couple of minutes. It's going to get a decent amount of his HP back.
We might even see another Aegis fight. It might heal the full HP, to be honest, before they push again.
That is true. So remember, kids, don't deny your melee racks. And if someone on your team does, give them a report. Tell them I sent you. Keep those melee racks alive. Still hope for them yet.
Check Natsumi's inventory.
What's he got? He's close as well. He's close. 1,000 gold away from that Divine Rapier. Natsumi, he's ready to do what he can to try and bring back this game against the 27,000 gold lead that PARIVISION have.
What he can might not be enough. He might need to do what he can't at this point in this game state. Down 30k. He's going to need to pull not just one rabbit out the hat, but an entire... What's a rabbit's house called? Are they like dens? Are they holes? What are they?
Well, oh, you mean out in the wild or in
like, out in the wild?
As a pet? In the wild, a burrow.
A burrow? He's gonna need to pull an entire burrow out of the hat.
Oh, I see. Well, the burrows where they live. But indeed, there's probably a word for like a group of rabbits.
Squad, because there's like a murder of crows.
Yeah, indeed, all these animals have like a different name for the groups. I don't know.
A hullabaloo of mice.
Is it a herd of rabbits? I don't know.
No, it's a herd of cows.
But a burrow of rabbits makes sense because you get a lot of rabbits in a burrow.
I mean, so I think that could work.
Yeah.
If we said it confidently, people would just believe us.
30k lead. PARIVISION holding on in a very impressive way here with this amount of lead. And that's the thing, right? They might be ahead, but they got to remember that they are still holding on in the sense that if this game is a loss, they're out of the tournament. So they are going to be making sure that these final minutes potentially are going to be some of the safest minutes they've ever played. No mistakes are going to be made. They'll continue to just get this next round of items, which I'd imagine they want to do so. There's 5,500 gold coming up on Kez for Satanic. So don't make any mistakes. The win is very much in their sights here at a 31,000 gold lead. And the Rapier should be there. 50 gold away for Natsumi. So they will have that on the defense.
Better hurry up.
The push is coming. He's going to get it. So the Rapier is online.
He's got Undispellable Haze on Slardar now. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that really is.
This Kez is going to shred him to bits.
Let's have a look. Is this going to be some crazy comeback around the Gyro Rapier, or is it going to be a quick death into GG? Might be. They get the jump onto him. The save need to come out. Nico comes in with the call. They get the ult here down here from Nightglass. They're controlling the Gyro. They need to bail Natsumi out of this one. It's the Raptidons comes in. Natsumi trying to run. He's falling solo. They've got him. They've killed him off. Rapier hits the floor. Satanic picks it up. It is going to be a very quick GG after the attempt for the Rapier comeback. It's not going to happen here in game 2 for OG. PARIVISION, they close it up. We're getting a game 3.
Worth a shot, but just down too much gold.
Yeah.
And OG, you might need to change something for the game 3 draft. Is running it back from game 1 to 2 did not do you any favors. That was a completely different look than we saw in the first game.
Dire team ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
More glasses. Who had glasses on your team, Kazu?
Here's the
Radiant
glasses.
team ban.
You got
I think a
glasses.
guy called Smackdonald. No, actually, dude, I don't.
Smackdonald?
Yeah. So we had. If it's the picture that I think it is,
Yeah.
it's Insania, Zai, me, Les QQ, and Smackdonald.
Dude, McDonald's may be one of the best gamer names I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
I know that. Definitely Zai had glasses, quite chunky ones. I
Oh,
think.
yes.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
couldn't really tell you who had the second ones at that time.
What was McDonald a mid player?
5 seconds remaining.
He was. Is he our? I think he was our mid. He was not that great.
What? No way.
Now he had a goated name, but he was not. Les QQ, this guy, he's a goat.
Oh,
If he's
yeah?
ever watching this, my boy Jamal, this guy, he was cooking.
Yeah, but not SmackDonald. If he's watching, he can go fuck himself.
R.I.P. McDonald's. And R.I.P. to Slark, Viper, Slardar, and Timbersaw. Because we get into the draft for a game number 3, the decider, the eliminator between both these teams, as we are in the lower bracket. Those teams get those heroes get banned out by OG, and PARIVISION take out yet again the Natsumi Wind Ranger, Primal Beast, DK, Mars, and Axe actually gets banned out this time. So Nico can't get his hands on it, but they are still dangling the gyrocopter. You can have it if you want.
Yeah.
I won't object.
I still think like other heroes that I would very likely would want to see for the teams, or heroes that they should be thinking about, like all the, you know, the centaurs, the tide hunters. And if you are looking at one of those, teams also need to respect the Ursa, whether it's with a pick or ban. Same with the warlock. I think this hero has looked amazing. I guess for Pari that isn't really an option anymore, since they did go for the twin-headed dragon man on the +5.
You can 4-5 the Jakiro
True.
Warlock, maybe.
True.
But it's a question of, does 9 class want to play the Jakiro? I feel like if you give him the weird, freaky heroes, he'll take those.
Yeah, I feel like my bro wants something different. He wants to play the Coddle.
Dire team's
Model's
turn
been
to
working
pick.
quite well for them. It'll be 3 games back to back though, if they do go back for it. And Enigma
Radiant team's turn to
gets
pick.
banned out.
You're playing against DM?
Yeah, DM uses it.
Yeah.
He's good. He's got a good Enigma.
I think it's almost certainly indicating something that they want to
They're
pick.
There's
like, yeah, it's
10
definitely about
seconds
something.
remaining.
Like it's not just some random Enigma
All
guy.
right, it's gonna be a carry that doesn't have good AOE.
5 seconds remaining.
If they were gonna pick Gyrocopter, they're not gonna ban Enigma ever.
definitely true. Yeah.
So they're switching up their carry on OG side for sure. Or maybe they're trying to pretend that they're not switching up there.
I learned from my boy Kezu that that's never how it
Yeah,
is.
bluff bans don't exist. I like to think that they do.
Yeah, like it's too like metagaming. Like what you want to do if you can think that far ahead.
Is it they want Ursa? They're
Maybe.
baiting the Kez and they want to get Ursa or
Yeah,
something like
because
that?
I think
10
like
seconds
OG in this
remaining.
phase, if you can think that far ahead, you need to protect the next 2 picks that they have coming out,
5
like the
seconds
16,
remaining.
17. So you're like, okay, we're picking this guy.
Dire
They probably
team's
want
turn to
this.
pick.
Now I'm countering this with that, and I don't want them to have the counter to what I'm countering them with.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. I'm always so happy to see this. Monkey King position 4. Every single time 9 class plays it too, at least lately, he has played it differently. He will
10
go for
seconds remaining.
Yules. He will go for Spirit Vessel. Obviously, there was the
5
Dom build
seconds
before.
remaining.
I personally believe Meteor Hammer is not bad if they don't have good ways of cutting you off the trees.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of tech. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a holy locket, sit in the trees and lock it as
He'll
lock
roll
his
up.
team. But I'm curious how he
Dire
plays
team's
it,
turn
because
to pick.
you can also so they do go for the Ursa.
Yeah.
That's a crazy like far in advance ban to ban the Enigma to, you know, that you certainly think you're going to get Ursa, potentially to counter a Kez that Paravision just beat you with. It's like thinking so many levels in advance from OG.
I do think it's very cool because a lot of the offlaners that I would want to see, like all the Aura guys, they're mostly, you know, the melee bros when it comes to the offlane. So if you're PARIVISION, you need to kind of like look for an in-between because it's not easy to play those heroes into the Ursa. Also, the Centaur is gone.
I think because they have Monkey, they can kind of get whatever they want because
they can.
This hero is going to cut the lane regardless. You're playing against Warlock, you're going to cut the lane because of that. You're playing against Ursa, Warlock. Like, that's a very hard to beat lane. Like, all the cards right now are saying, cut the lane, guys. So, okay, they go for their mid laner instead.
You know, I do like this. I feel like already when all the Dominators came out, I liked Invoker coming out more and more because it's a lot of the times like the offlaners that pressure this hero. But if offlaners just build items like for themselves or for their team, they're not really pressuring you. And that's what Invoker doesn't like to play into at the start. And he has a bazillion damage on this hero.
They've got lots of stuns as well to set up good control. Even if it's like, it's going to make like Monkey ulti a lot easier too, because you can do like tornadoes into like Monkey ulti into stun. There's like little setup combos like that. Ice Path to layer as well. That should make everything just flow a little bit better.
Now I'm thinking, if you're OG, you probably want to ban Tidehunter, just because that's a good ban actually. Lycan plus Kaz sounds like a pretty crazy combo. I'm just thinking, Invoker comes out. Do you really want to leave in like a good Cataclysm combo in the off lane? You know they're going to cut the lane anyway, so I understand Ursa versus Tide is pretty good for Ursa in lane. Yeah, but in the game, it's just whatever.
You guys think when they cut off puzzles, do they have to use a really sharp knife?
Yeah, it's one dude. These are
That's one guy.
handcrafted puzzle pieces.
Artisan puzzles.
Artisan puzzles. Get it off Etsy.
I mean, what else is there?
Let's check out.
The offlane pool is getting extremely slim.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see? Just in general, and I could see DM pulling it out.
Yeah.
Brewmaster.
I was thinking the same.
I think Brew is a good hero. You're kind of playing less around the split, I guess. The split's good too because you're getting brewed up on all the
more about the split now.
On all the
it's good in this game for sure.
You're like a right clicker, and then when you split, your pandas are also right clickers.
I feel like Kez can destroy your brews though. No, he's got a lot of AoE.
For Paravision.
Oh, okay, my bad.
They have a lot of time.
Looks good then.
But I do like it because against Ursa, I think you want like some in between. Like that's why I also like the Night Stalker ban. That's what Extreme Gaming did yesterday.
That's a good ban. Yeah.
Like when it's hard to like find, you know, like the cookie cutter like one line heroes, you want something that does like a little bit more. You're like creative. You can give the team fight without getting owned by the Ursa. You don't have to like full commit on the auras. Is there something else that looks cool? I mean, it is a lane with the monkey, but you know that they're gonna split the lane. Like Pari don't really lane straight up about ever.
Yeah.
I don't like Doom because there's a Centaur.
This Night Stalker ban was so good.
Lycan would have been nasty as well against these two supports that have no stuns. Like you just run them down with the wolves. I don't think Beast is the same because you're playing into status resist and saves, and it's not so much about the summons.
Yeah, I mean, I like Brew because it gives you stuff to play through. Like, you also know that OG make moves. Like, I don't want something that just, like, sits in his lane and does nothing. Like, don't let OG, like, have all the free moves. So, it would be cool if you're a hero. Sure, you're not going to win your lane, but that's, you know, basic.
They're never like, winning the lane right now anyway.
Has he played the new one, though, enough?
Yeah, it is a bit different.
The changes read a little moderate to, like, where you need to play it, like, once or twice to feel comfortable picking it.
It is. Oh, wow, that's a age-old. Well, you know, the thing is, you say into Ursa, but I've seen this exact thing where Paravision picks it into Ursa.
Yeah.
And on one hand, Ursa counters it in the game because you can kill the egg, but it shits on Ursa in the lane.
It does.
Now, my question is, you're shitting on Ursa in lane who has a Warlock backing him up. Is that even possible to do? Is it even possible to beat a Warlock plus Ursa lane?
I guess you can. If the lane is always pushed and you have a lot of room to chase, you can. But I feel like Warlock Ursa should be pretty chill in that lane. Okay, so they go for the Lesh.
How much lane cuttery is going to be between this Monkey King and Phoenix against a Ursa Warlock?
I think first couple of waves, but you can play the lane after like Monkey gets level 2, Phoenix gets level 2, level 3.
Like level 2 spirits, you can definitely play this lane. I guess OG are just going for like the very heavy like committal at like mid game that you jump in. I wouldn't say that Lesh is very good against Phoenix. Like anything that makes it hard for you to like run in and stand there. And Phoenix is very good at that. He can stop you. You have the Sunray, you have the egg later on. But I will say it's not the easiest Phoenix game when it comes to the mid game. Both Stampede and Ursa are quite good against you.
Yeah, it's gonna be easier for them to disengage from a bad egg or that looks dangerous, or jump in and kill it aggressively if they really want to.
But I guess there's not that much catch for the Invoker. Like if no one can play around like the Centaur Blink that eventually comes out and like the earlier stages of Natsumi's Blink, maybe he can be fine.
But they do have tons of defensive capabilities on the OG side.
They do.
Shadow Demon and like Warlock backing people up. So if they can like bait out a bad egg, disengage, re-engage again, they might have a really good shot at winning fights.
I think I trust DM to call for a good Phoenix game.
Yeah.
Despite being against the Ursa, I feel like he saw something in this game that we didn't. And I would trust that. He's the best Phoenix player in the world.
Is a thing that I need to...
It could be. But you want Fire Spirits, you could buy it later. It seems like lock at anything.
Maybe Shiva's Rush is the thing.
Oh, there we go.
Some Yule Shiva maybe against the Ursa.
Yeah, Yule's is good for sure as well.
All right, it's time for an elimination game. A loser is going to be eliminated from DreamLeague Season 27, and winner gets a date with Extreme Gaming. Let's find out which team it's going to be with our casters. It's Pixel and Quinn.
Zan Korabos Kor Koramord.
"30 seconds to battle."
Game 3 time, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams ready to go here already. OG coming into the PARIVISION side of the map with this smoke to maybe look for some early action. They're going to have to set up here with a disruption. OG will almost certainly be first blood. Are they able to give it to Pudge? Not quite, but they'll still be happy with that as a team. First blood here for Tims, as OG are able to find that action. Game 3, and I'm looking forward to this one, Quinn. I do feel that both teams, they're giving us something different compared to they've both been showing us so far this series. You know, we saw Game 2 what happened from OG's side of things when they tried to run back something similar. They changed it up, and over on the other side, PARIVISION, they changed it up as well.
They really are. This is very classic PARIVISION style. The weird 4, the DM on the offlane Phoenix. They've got very little draft integrity on the PARIVISION side. It's a lot of the skirmishing, sort of weirdness, the getting farm, the kiting, whereas OG, their draft makes a lot more sense together. It's just, had they been counterpicked by PARIVISION? That's the big question.
Easy. There with Sunstruck. And yeah, eyes on actually top lane, because Natsumi taking quite a hit here from these two. He'll be fine with the Shadow Word. But as we're already seeing, signs of pressure will certainly be on to him between these two. We'll see how much the DM Phoenix can do to slow down the Ursa in the laning phase. But some of these matchups, because you're talking to me about this, right? The mid lane. What did you sort of think about the Lesh coming in?
I mean, Invoker's typically considered a counter to the Lesh. I'm a bit surprised they picked the Lesh into it. It's not the best Lesh game. It is good with Shadow Demon, and it can be pretty good with Warlock too. You get this magic damage bro who goes in, uses the heals. You can use the Disseminate, but it's not good against Invoker. It's not good against Phoenix. It's like it's a weird pick. I'm not totally sold on it. The lane should be fine. He's 4 and 3 against the 8 and 1s. So roughly even. He's got 3 creeps coming under tower that he'll probably get. But definitely not some free Lesh game. And the hero's Misanthropy facet has also been nerfed, so it's not the same Mega Burst Boy it was before. Not totally sold on this pick.
So when you look at the overall lineups, do you have a bit more faith in one of them coming into this game 3?
I think if OG can get out of lanes in a reasonable state, I think their draft is better together. But right now they're getting really smacked bottom. And Centaur being a part of the game early on is a big part of their draft. They gave the accursed Jakiro hero Everyone knows the most broken laner. They opted to ban the Slaughter instead, and they also keep banning this Viper. So giving this hero, and it looks like their offlane is paying the price so far.
Sure, and of course, one of the similarities of PARIVISIOn's lineup from game 2, we are getting Satanic on the Kez again. Had a fantastic time in that second game. So if they're able to set him up for this free start in the lane, he is going to be warmed up and ready to go for round 2 with the Kez. As you can see on the CS, pretty much perfect stuff here from him in the safe lane, thanks to the presence of this Dakalis Jakiro.
Yeah, and you know, we didn't really touch on too much, but 9 class playing his super annoying Monkey King. The Slark is banned, and he says, you know what? I'm done with range forwards. I'm back to my melee shenanigans. Shenaniganize he will.
And how good does it look this game? Like, can the Monkey King, does it have potential to be quite annoying for some of these heroes on OG?
Yeah, I think he's definitely got some places he can gank, especially if the safe lane is going so well. He can TP there and gank. He can help his Phoenix in the lane and ensure that DM has a good start. And Jakiro can also, you know, we saw last game, and the game before, OG being the ones using the gate. Dakalis, he's probably going to be the one with the freedom to gate this game, as there's no way this Kez is going to get pressured.
Oh yeah, Satanic definitely having the setup already to be able to hold his own down here. Nico, relatively low. Definitely has to be careful on these early levels. It's CS, 18 and 4 against the 16 and 7. Very close between the two of them in the laning.
It is even, but I think it being even favors the Invoker. Is he's much happier in a sort of chilling, flat position, whereas Leshrac, he wants in balance. He wants to find these openings to use that Edith to get kills. He's in a static, stale game. I think it can be difficult for OG to fight in this early game. Some great spells from PARIVISIOn's heroes. And your Warlock not going to be joining very early, and your Centaur's having a terrible lane.
Just getting completely zoned. Sunstrike comes in, and with the Echo Slash from Satanic, they'll be able to take him out. So
strapped to your chest.
yeah, definitely it's just like sort of doing what OG was doing against them in some of the other games, coming in with these early moves. This time around, is PARIVISIOn making plays. 9 class heading down there and ensuring that this bottom lane goes even further in PARIVISIOn's advantage. Tims, not to run, does get clipped by the Boundless. And the Sunstrike. It's a lot of damage. I mean, these two supports running across the map, causing issues very much here for OG.
Oof.
As they're setting up a lot. And I'll tell you what, so far so good for no one. He is not missing a Sunstrike.
No, he is not. And they're looking at Yopaj here, going up super far.
This
Needs to
is
be
risky.
really careful.
He will head the safe way back and does have TPs coming in, but still is going to get zoned out a little bit. Multiple TPs, in fact, coming from OG. They want to make sure that Power do not get away with this. They have the disruption set up. The Boundless Strike comes in. OG, they won't get any kills out of this, but they will at least, of course, keep Yopaj safe and able to stick around for the wave.
One bright spot for OG is that Atsumi is doing very well up top, up 800 net worth on Phoenix, and Phoenix is not a hero that plays particularly well from behind. Especially against this bear. In the mid game, he can absolutely get his egg eaten alive.
Getting some good setup here as 9 class tries to use the Boundless to hold back Yopaj, but some good body blocks come into play. Tims and Scam able to ensure that 9 class is off the map for a little bit.
Nico continuing to get punished down here. Only 11 CS at 6 minutes. That is rough.
They're very
Less
much
than 2 CS a minute.
That's true. They are giving him even more of a taste of sort of the experiences that Nico was having to go through. No, not sorry, Nico. DM was having to go through right in the other 2 games, where we saw DM being the one that did not get a start in the off lane. Top lane, Atsumi's getting done, but he's actually sort of standing his ground, trying to fight back. It won't work out here for Natsumi as he does fall. DM healing up, will survive the tower hits. So 9 class, they might have been able to kill him up whilst he was around over in their triangle, but as soon as he's back on the map, he's straight back to making plays.
And DM is going to be 6 soon. That means this top lane is going to get really scary. Jakiro's gating, and Ursa cannot inhabit this area anymore. Lesh's TP, he can do one from base, but it's not that strong of a TP. Phoenix is pretty much unkillable in this egg.
Oh, they got to be careful round
Dire
here.
have fortified their
So
structures.
Lesh's TP.
Feels
9 class
dangerous.
spots it, I think.
Yeah, he'll know
Absolutely spots
this
it.
is around.
Yeah.
And Scan's been hit though, so did you know that someone was watching from the tree line? Bottom lane. looking for the setup.
There's no way they damage for this.
Yeah, nowhere near enough. Satanic's fine and has Ducalis and 9 by his side.
Somehow OG is sort of holding on net worth, but it does feel like they're falling behind in this early game. Leshrac is keeping up with Invoker for the most part.
Plus, getting good setup. Disruption will only buy a little bit of safety for Tims. The slashes come in. Another kill for Satanic. Again, having this complete free farm in this lane. Getting handed a couple of kills in this laning stage to him.
So much aggressive potential from this PARIVISION lineup. 9class has been everywhere this game. The support duo of PARIVISION putting in some heavy work. They're going to look at this rune. Pudge will get it. But not without taking some... Oh, okay.
I mean, a lot of damage here with the cold snap on the meatball. Defensive destruction will come into play from Tims. Dive forward for DM. He's ready to go with the supernova. They can't kill this egg. They've just got to run. And that's not going to be an option for Yopaj. Caught underneath it. 9class doesn't even end up ticking out. He survives. These early game moves just looking that little bit hotter from PARIVISION this time round.
It's a big TP from DM. Very clutch. Seeing that fight going down. I'm not sure if he is the one who reads it or if someone calls for it, but a great TP, a big kill, and Leshrac. This is not a game where you can be behind. You have to go the Blink first. You really want the Kaya after, but without a BKB in this game, it's hard to see a world in where he's not just insta-killed.
This down bottom, they're going for the dive play. The
Oh
Sunstrike
my
hits.
gosh.
They have done so much with this Sunstrike pressure. Every single play that's come out, no one, he's had a Sunstrike ready to throw into it. Barely missing any of them. And getting involved and getting this time, of course, the luxury of that last hit with it as well. That will be his Midas done. Coming out here 9 minutes in.
It's interesting to buy the Midas still in the Invoker. The XP, a huge component for that Invoker. Cares more about the levels than he does the gold. We'll buy it anyway. His first, yeah, it's his old forest. And that means no top lane for him. Most likely until this comes back up. There's no Stampede.
Skem tries to clear him out of the trees with the Golem, but he's off the mark. And now he might just be dead for this. Satanic's here. Sunstrike's in. Another one for no one. OG, they got to slow things down. Because at the moment, PARIVISION, they're a step ahead on all fronts.
I'm not sure how they slow things down. Where can they make moves? How can they respond to this pressure from PARIVISION? Centaur is not joining anything for a long time. And Leshrac, it was the last pick, but I don't know if it's the last pick you wanted. He just doesn't fight that well against these heroes. You want something mobile, something slippery against these DOTs and slows from PARIVISION, but a lack of hard lockdown. Lesh is the complete opposite. He hates playing against all this damage over time, all this gunk he has to run into in this game. I worry for Yopaj's ability to actually get involved until he gets that Blink Dagger at a minimum.
At the least, it will have quite the stacks here for them set up, as we saw there on the numbers. Much more than has been done on PARIVISION's side. Taking a lot of damage, though, there, Yopaj.
I don't think he can even farm this.
I don't think, yeah, he's not got the mana to clear this.
No, I don't know.
Careful.
Brother.
I mean, they need to, obviously. They've got to clear this before PARIVISION gets some sort of glimpse of this area.
Structures are fortified.
It's a dead mid tower, a top net worth Satanic on a not a Baden, and the pressure is mounting for OG. We've seen them fall multiple times in this spot. Around this 6th place, it's been the barrier they haven't been able to break yet.
Mid. They're ready to start diving up to tier 2s here. Sims is going to come in with a defensive disruption. It's a little bit of safety for Skem, and it looks to be enough. Skem will survive.
Tower is being chipped away.
Sumi pushing in top in the meantime. They're going to lose bottom tower as well. Satanic pushes the wave in. Batting up down here.
Yeah. It's just going to be a crazy Desta timing on the Kez this game.
It is.
Such a fast start. Doesn't get the last shot on the tower. They're a little bit of missed efficiency, but still, yeah. Desolator, 800 gold away for Satanic this game.
DM level 8 with the vessel online. He wants to fight. So incredibly strong. OG is doing a good job of keeping the efficiency up. Only 2k down, despite how tough it feels to them to interact with the PARIVISION heroes. You need to find some timing that allows them to punch back a little bit. So right now, PARIVISION can do whatever they want on the map.
Scary times here for OG. Not afford to get caught.
Bounty.
We're looking on the Battle Fury timing for Ursa. Still just under 600 gold away, so things considered, Jen. Definitely not the worst of timings for Natsumi. Should still have a good chance of getting his farm online. No one. Definitely going to be a problem. Yeah, already has been. 2-0-4. Fantastic Sunstrikes. And with Midas, Atos already online here, 12 minutes in. Playmaking is absolutely an option from him. This Invoker is something to be feared.
He is 100%. I think the hope and the bright spot for OG is that PARIVISIOnvs heroes, no normal blink stuns, no traditional structured lineup. It's not a, you look at this lineup, Spirit would never pick this, right? It's very much this skirmishing, it's tempo.
Yeah.
It's we build a lead and we play off the fact that we have a gold advantage because our heroes are good at this early game. So if OG can win a fight, they can pull themselves back into shape a little bit. Definitely see them turn things around.
I guess the sort of question is when you're playing against 9 class on his Monkey King, how do you play against? Like, how do you stop him from being able to get this kind of vision advantage upon you? Do they have tools to prepare themselves for the fact that the Monkey King at any moment could be sort of setting the vision up for PARIVISION? Good dodge there from Satanic.
That was nice. In an ideal world, I think you become strong enough that you just don't care that he sees you. You can just push down lanes, you can chat up, and sure, someone's looking at you, but the guy looking at you, no damage. And you don't really care.
This is a good move. Straight to the top. Is the Ursa going to be ready for this one?
Doesn't. Oh, maybe he does know. He doesn't go for the Ancients.
Okay.
He knows.
Dyer's
Let's see. Is he going to stick around for both of these camps on the way back, or is he going to keep moving?
Might live even if he hits the camps. They do have the Stampede, and they have TPs.
See how ready they are sort of to press those buttons in response, because Natsumi,
They're trying to chain stun him.
they're getting closer. There's the boundless into the control. They easily have him. No way to get out of that one at all. Doesn't even get the enrage off.
And they were trying to get in range of the Boundless Strike into the Ice Path, and they executed perfectly with the silence from Satanic as well.
Trying to find 9 class.
Oh, it's so annoying. Playing against this crap is the worst. Like, leave me alone. Hopping on these trees, just, oh, it's the worst. You can see how claustrophobic it is for OG. They were rushing up there to try to get these kills because they just desperately want to find something. The bottom tower remains alive and all of this. Still quite healthy. PARIVISION, 3 tier 1s taken and 3 tier 1s alive for themselves. They are absolutely in control of this game, and OG just left responding constantly.
All of these 3 cores of PARIVISION is just going to be scaling like absolute nightmare. You know, this, of course, is Midas that's fueling this. What's going to be a very fast Aghanim's timing on top of the Atos for the Invoker. You know, the fact that DM's got his bots online, he can be everywhere and anywhere across the map. And then also, obviously, Satanic still top net worth here on the Kez, and no signs of him being slowed down. We're going to see OG now start to step out a little bit up top, but PARIVISION, I think they won't mind starting up for this fight.
They're standing on a ward. They need to be really careful here.
I think OG realized the scan's hit. They do not want to end up walking into an unfavorable fight against PARIVISION right now. They've got to get out of here.
Good dodge. They would have caught there. Could have been disastrous.
Can you smoke towards Invoker?
Are those
They're gonna
cracks
try.
in Dyer's top tower?
OG and Owen on the same wavelength, but no one sniffs it out
He does.
way beforehand, gating back. Oh, or is he?
Or is he going to stick around for these creeps?
Uh-oh.
He's going to start farming his way back along the bottom line of the creeps, which might... Well, he's being careful, though. You can... Senses something, that's for sure. But does he sense it enough?
Looks like no.
Hope with the Ghost Walk. Sentry's laid down, but the stun is there. Okay. Get off the Tornado and the Deafening Blast. He's making them work for it. Drops down the Ice Wall, but they'll be able to get over it and will manage to get that kill.
And this is the first time I've seen Misanthropy Leshrac since the nerf. It
Dyer's
looks
top tower is
terrible.
under attack.
The damage is so much
Not much
slower.
good's
At this
happening to
point, just take
Radiant's bottom
Chronoptic
tower.
Nourishment.
Radiant
Holy
have
cow.
fortified their
I
structure.
worry for this Lesher's impact in this game because
Leaning on Dyer's
that
top tower.
Invoker kill took
Radiant's
way
bottom
too
tower's
long,
got
considering this guy was
problems.
completely alone.
And PARIVISION, they might have lost an Invoker down on the bottom lane, but the rest of them ready to go into the Roshan with the Desolator on Satanic. And obviously knowing that OG very much elsewhere on the map, gonna no likelihood of interruptions. This Roshan will be theirs. And of course, always brutal to be able to force these early Roshes against the team that have the Ursa.
It's big, and Kez with the BKB almost finished. And the Aegis, he will be trying to look similar to that last game. OG maybe getting a bit of deja vu. This fearsome bird stacking up items.
Sort of the best thing they sort of have, I guess, to fall back upon in this game, in that matchup, is the fact that they do have this Ursa, right? If Natsumi can get into a position where he's got that BKB on top of the Blink and the Battle Fury, there absolutely is a world where he can get on top of the Kez and just sort of out DPS the Kez when it's sort of that kind of 1v1 trying to take down each other situation. It's not going to be easy to find, obviously, with all the tools that PARIVISION have around him, but it is absolutely something that can cause issues for the Kez down the line.
It is. PARIVISION, it remains that starting a team fight, it's not easy for them. It's a monkey stun into an ice path, into a sun strike. It's very delicate. It's skillful. It's this back and forth, very kiting specific style from PARIVISION. Oh, hello there, brother.
Nico has the stampede, but he's not going to get the chance for it. Silenced into stun.
Half human.
PARIVISION controlling those gates really well, giving them kill threat on both side lanes, and that means this Tormentor is going to be very difficult to fight for OG. They will not have the pipe finished up by then, meaning Centaur is going to be pretty much useless for this fight. I question if they should even go for this. Kez, KB Aegis. Ooh, it's not an easy fight to take.
So even when Natsumi has the BKB online, what's his role going to be in the fights? Is it to sort of sit back and wait for the Kez to show themselves, get the jump on him? Are you looking to sit back, get ready to just ult and hit the egg, take the egg out with the Fury spikes once the team fight kicks off? You know, what's Natsumi's priorities?
You definitely have to pick and choose your targets carefully. If you see a Jakiro you can burst, a Phoenix that you can burst, you do have sort of a jumping combo between the Lesh and the Ursa. They can jump together and they can potentially burst the hero. He does have to be careful about who is around from PARIVISION, because if he commits first and then Kez locks onto him, there's no fighting back right now. Because the Aegis, you will go down and you'll only burn the Aegis, and that is not a trade you're happy with.
Dire's top tower is
Moments of time. PARIVISION. They'll be able to turn up for this.
It's all for free. Just scouting Cataclysm in the meantime to make sure they aren't smoking, and they are not. Nowhere near. So OG just farms up, gives it up, because they know they have no business. Shard for Monkey. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good shard. Gonna make him even more annoying to kill if that were possible.
He's going to be in and out of these team fights like nobody's business.
Also got the hop to level 5, so Simeon Stride Fast has been activated. He is now omnipresent.
Only been able to catch him the once this game. Outside of that, pretty much everywhere. 117 involved in 8 of the 9 kills. We'll see top. Yo, Pudge. Need a call by the battle list. Satan's really trying to turn over the Golem will get down on towards the 2 of them. They've killed off Ducalis. They might have the chance to take the Aegis out of the hands of Satanic. He's falling pretty low. Back off with the parry. So he dive forward of TM. Doesn't want to commit him with the egg in this position.
And he could have got stomped there. Nico definitely could have canceled that dive. They might have killed the Phoenix there.
I mean, I think, yeah, if you're OG, you want to try and poke a little bit more here. You've been able to take the Jakiro away. You know that Satanic's not in the healthiest of positions. HP's low. Sure, he still has the Aegis, but this might be that little bit of a chance for OG to strike PARIVISION by surprise. We'll see if PARIVISION expect this. They are splitting up. But if Satanic's on his own, OG might have the chance to take him out twice. Looks like they're going to...
Ducalis.
Coming back into the game. I want to dive this straight in under the tower as quickly as he's back in. He's going to be back out Ducalis. TPs are coming in though. Can Yopaj get out of it? They have to go in for the dive underneath the tier 1 to make this play. Is there anything they could do to save it? Going to be up in the air. The Wukon's command laid down, waiting for him on the way back down. Cold snaps there. Yopaj might have got the Jakiro a second time, but it costs him his life.
It's it's not the worst death ever, as your Centaur is pushing down top lane and Ursa's pushing down bottom, so it's used for efficiency. It's not like they're bringing 5 heroes there and blobbing around, so you can see the net worth doesn't even change, really, and at the very least, Pudge does get the last as well, so roughly even, I'd say, to be honest.
And I guess this is also sort of moments where Aegis is in the hands of PARIVISION, and with this sort of action that you're throwing at them on their side of the map, it's stopping them from being able to get away with something like a tier 2 tower.
Yeah, you maintain some control of the map, continue to farm up, and if you look at Dota Plus, it's only saying 52% for PARIVISION because of that draft discrepancy. PARIVISION, their heroes need a lead. They cannot play without one, and they have gotten it. They put themselves in a great position to win with their draft, but if any mistakes arise...
Oh, look at this down bottom. 9 class, get the quick setup. Natsumi's going to show himself with the blinks there just in time. Won't be able to get the catch onto him, so it's just Scam to fall. But no, for sure, very, very much a situation in which I feel that we have seen Ursa's being able to carry their way out of in some of the previous series. You know, you cannot forget about the potential of this hero. It can just sort of just destroy most cores in these sort of situations in the fight. If you get that jump, this hero will provide the damage to burst even the most farmed targets.
Definitely can. BKB online with Shadow Demon to help him out. Warlock having the Solar Crest, Stampede, Pipe. He's got a lot of tools to aid him. It's not just a solo bear. It's a bear and all his friends. It's like Winnie the Pooh as he TP's up the top lane.
See if they can make the connection here. Coming up towards the Tormentor. PARIVISION starting to back off from this corner of the map, though, so OG won't quite catch them with this sweep.
No one showing anywhere else. Midwave pushed all the way in. Look where it sits, how close to the tier 2. It becomes incredibly obvious where the smoke is going to. Vision trying to finish that butterfly, which is going to totally change this matchup between Ursa and Kez. Now Shiva's done as well on Phoenix. They are building the anti-Ursa items, trying to deal with this Natsumi bear, knowing he is the key to OG's comeback here. Only 11-5.
Bit of a slowdown. I mean, from PARIVISION, what are you looking towards next? Are you looking to try and accelerate the game, or is it sort of just maintain this lead set up for the next Roshan?
I think they'll just be farming and playing for pickoffs until this next Aegis. No one's ghost walking down bottom. He walks on a sentry if he's not careful. They do kill the lane obs that he was looking towards, so... Yeah, I think they're trying to finish this butterfly, and then at this point, Roche can start spawning in 10 seconds, and then you're like, all right, we're just playing for Roche, guys.
Just trying to mess around with him here. Disruption comes in onto Nico.
Being a bit annoying. No real kill threat here. Maybe forcing some reactions, scaring OG a little bit, but continue to farm. Natsumi has the shard, so he gets that extra bit of burst damage and definitely cut through this Jakiro pretty much instantly. Maybe even the Invoker and Phoenix if they're not careful. Butterfly, Satanic is probably off the table, but with a chain stun, even him, they've got the Centaur Stomp into the Lesh Stomp. They're not without tools.
Oh, and an amplified damage room ready for the next fight here in the bottle for Natsumi. Oh, 9 class. Gonna get the vision to start things off. They dive for DM. Doesn't want to commit yet with the Supernova. They burned the mana of Nico. Koi with the Gleipnir off from the side. They're trying to come in with the wraparound Natsumi. He's got up to the side with the Enrage, though. Step back away from Satanic. Rest of OG coming in from the bottom side of the fight. Yopaj is in, but as soon as he's out, they put the Stampede, they back off. They respect the fact that Satanic put the BKB, but at the same time, Yopaj also had to pop his own. Nico tries to get back in there. They'll drop the golem down. Natsumi's in as well, trying to kill off Satanic, but the Raptor dance goes off. Satanic survives. OG, they have to bail out of this one. The Boundless comes in onto Yopaj. The Sunstrike and deconnecting onto Natsumi as he tried to escape the edge of the team fight. PARIVISION clean up. They get the 3 of them. They're not done yet. 9 class closing the gap, setting up with the Yule Scepter, ready for Satanic to claim another triple kill for him. OG, they tried their hardest there to get a fight going, but they just get completely demolished by PARIVISION.
They were not on the same page, going on different targets,
Someone better
getting a
help
little bit
Dyer.
messy and split in these fights. Moments like that are where being an older school team, having some veteran players that have been at that absolute
They're
top tier
beating
level
on Dyer's
comes in
top
clutch. The
tower.
communication, the calls,
It looks like Dyer fortified their
structure and
structure.
consistency. It's not quite there for OG yet, as they messed this team fight, and now with Roche on the horizon, that is not a team fight you want to lose as PARIVISION look towards it. And with another Aegis on Kez, oof, that's a rough spot to be in.
Because we see again here, you know, Nico very much wanted to keep the fight going. They still had the rock ready to drop, but DM Supernova was there. It didn't matter. The Satanic's BKB came to an end. As you say, the Sunstrike beautifully placed there around the tier 2, catching Natsumi as he tried to escape. I mean, no one's just been controlling these fights perfectly, and it is so hard for OG to fight into PARIVISION right now, and it's only getting more and more difficult now, down 14k. And for the next 5 minutes, having to play again into another Aegis on Satanic.
I feel like you can maybe feel the pressure getting to OG a little bit. It doesn't feel like they're playing quite as crisp as they were in that game 1. Can feel the tournament hopes on the line. They know they're down gold. They know their position is not easy. They're going to muster on anyway, looking for whatever opportunity they can find.
Have they got any sort of big items around the corner?
I mean, the MKB is around the corner, up a hill, through 2 doors. Next house over. It's not quite there yet.
Dyer's bottom tower
BKB
is
online
being
as well.
chipped away.
We've seen how much he's been able to throw out in these team fights. Now, even if they find him, unlikely to be able to stop him from getting his full combo off as the Invoker.
Dyer's bottom tower
Here's who's
is
taken on the
shattered.
bottom. Satanic with many minutes of Aegis. PARIVISION, so many options on how they want to move forward here
Dyer's
from this
bottom
point.
tower needs some help.
This Monkey King continues to be a menace. In that last fight, he just is so hard to kill, always scouting them, kiting, poking, getting so many of those boundless strikes off. He is a thorn in their side that they just can't pull out.
He's done a crazy amount here for PARIVISION. Uji starting to prepare themselves for the fact that PARIVISION are likely to approach the high ground. Natsumi's standing at the front, though. He's got to be careful. He gets out with the blink. DM diving in. He's getting some fire spirits out for now. Force back the TPs from OG. Get them pushed back into their base.
And their base is not where they want to be. They want to be out on the map farming so they can catch up. Natsumi is trying to finish that MKB. He will probably get it before the next big fight, but will it be enough? Satanic now completed on Satanic, his namesake item. .605. He's had a great showing so far in both of these Kez games.
Yeah, I gotta say, I feel like no more Baden. You know, we've got to be seeing Satanic on these Kez as these active carries. He just gets to be an incredibly flashy player, and it's just doing that much better.
Look at this top. What on earth is that?
Dyer's middle tower is falling.
That's an Alacrity Kez.
Squeeze me? What is
Dyer's middle
this?
barracks have fallen.
Holy crap.
Well, that's the mid-brax gone.
They're not fast. Their bottom axe is going to die the same way.
There we go. Alacrity's up.
Dyer's smoke
This is
fortified their
crazy.
structures.
Fortification out, yo, Pudge. Stun onto 9 class, but nobody else wants to be jumping outside of the base right now on OG. Natsumi, he's so close. He's pretty much got the money for the MKB, but he needs to somehow get out and get that Demon Edge.
We got it. He
he's got it.
pick and he swooped to behind.
All right, it's coming back. It's coming back. So he's going to have it here for the defense.
Yasha completed for Yopaj, so can get that stun off a little bit quicker. You can't kill this Kez until the Aegis is gone at a minimum. Even then, it's not going to be easy, but it's impossible right now. So OG may just wait out this Aegis, let the gold lead continue to grow in hopes that they get that one key comeback fight. In the meantime, 9 class is dewarding all your wards with that gem. You're losing your control, your grip on the map.
Tormentor, Paravision. Sort of ticking off all the boxes here as they move forward with this advantage. Game 3, elimination game, everything on the line here for both of these teams. The 9 class found the setup. They've got the catch. They'll get the kill.
Good grief.
Nico gone. DM ready to dive in for more. They found Tim's off to the side. He'll try and hold them back with the disruption, but 9 class and Satanic collapsing upon him. Tim gone. Pudge will catch no one here with the opening stun. They'll drop the golem, and that's it.
Wow.
They've killed him off. A huge kill. They'll try and look towards the supernova, but they can't get the hits in. They've got to kite it out, bail off for now, but they'll be happy if they can sort of just take a moment to relax here. They just managed to get a very free kill as no one makes a very uncharacteristic mistake there, stepping up to the base on the front. He was not expecting to walk into a ledge stun, but that's exactly what he did.
No, that was a very peculiar decision. He kind of just, you're right, he just walked up and said, hello, guys. And they said, hello, bam, and knocked him back down like a whack-a-mole.
You got to be careful. Sure, I get it. At the moment, Paravision, they feel that they have this incredible lead, but we've many a time seen this sort of lead slip away. And sometimes those sort of mistakes can be the beginning.
Radiant's middle tower could use
Losing your grip on a game like the Paravision, as close as they might be to getting the victory, they've got to be careful still. OG, they still bite back hard. And we're going to see them get another kill here as they chase down to Carlis.
He's feeds.
They're going to try and fight here. Satanic's still incredibly strong. Onto Yopaj. They're trying to get Yopaj out of it, but he cannot get away from the Kez. Satanic tears him apart, and now Natsumi, they know he's here. He's got Blink up in a second, but 9 class in on top of him, has the Yule set up. Ice Bath on the way back down. They'll kill off the Ursa on top of it. And he is out without buyback. 70 seconds. The Ursa is dead. Paravision, it could look to be ready to run it down another lane.
Man, this Kez is just going crazy. They have no answers for him this entire game. Free lane, great moves, great team fights. Satanic has been everywhere. And now he's only headed to one place, and that's your base.
How do OG slow this push down?
On Dire's top tower.
Down 27k. Already, the setup's there inside the base. They just dive in, kill off Nico. He's gone. Tier 3, the barracks falling immediately here to the damage of Satanic on this incredibly farmed Kez. A hero that's, stonks are definitely rising as this tournament goes on. That we saw it, the other day from Arme. A different build, the Battlefield approach popping off. These 2 games with the Deso approach absolutely popping off. These Kez players are getting pretty good, Quinn.
Bye, bye, bye. Stocks are most certainly up, and then the throne is going down. What is this damage? Hello?
I mean, OG, they get the chance to slow this down. I don't know if the Cataclysm comes out from no one. They will have everyone back in play. They do get the courier. I think the Creed's probably got the courier there of no one, so that's at least a Hex out of the play. But 35k lead here for Paravision. They've got the Mega Creeps. OG here trying their best to hold on into the tournament, but up against the Mega Creeps and not really with the best measures to deal with them. They are in a tough spot.
Down 35k at 35 minutes.
Yeah, that 1k a minute rule very rarely gets turned around.
That is calling it a tough one would be a gross understatement.
That's fair.
It is a Herculean feat for them to come back from this position. Entire Hex on 9 class. Refresher on DM. And almost level 25 on the Kez.
Pretend I didn't enjoy this. I feed you to my fiends.
And they can just wait for Roche.
Yep.
They're going to.
They're not in a rush. Absolutely not. They want to take this victory as safely as possible, Paravision.
Definitely will, and it's the shortest Roche spawn of all time. I think it was literally instant.
Oh yeah, it might have been actually. Yeah.
So, Paravision, they won't have to wait long. So with this Aegis, I can't imagine what would stop them. Heading to OG's base.
What is it going to take to lose this sort of lead? I mean, you've got to kind of get caught by something like 5-man who stomp into 5-man split earth into sort of that Natsumi on the earth, to cleaving through the whole team.
We need 5-man fatal bombs, 5-man host
Oh, that's
bomb
true. With the
type
5-man,
deal.
yeah. That's probably sort of what the 0.1% that OG's got right now to turn this one around. We'll see if they can find it. PARIVISION are ready to close this up. And he's straight over towards the Ancient, laying down the Wukongs to start off the action. I mean, as we saw before, if the Kez gets on the Ancient, the game's just going to be over. He's jumped forward. It will get caught by the Hex, but it doesn't matter. Disruption comes out. They drop the Golem towards him, but they can honestly just hit the Ancient, get themselves on and forward in the tournament, and they will. GG is called. PARIVISION move on, knocking OG out.
And after that game one, PARIVISION, they got it together. They woke up, clean up their gameplay, clean up their drafts, pick Satanic, a real hero.